I didn't think anything of it the first night the food showed up. It was a cold Tuesday in November, the kind where the world feels muted and tired. I'd gotten home late from work, exhausted, craving silence. I remember dropping my keys in the bowl by my door, kicking my shoes off, and debating whether to microwave the leftovers or just skip dinner entirely. Then the doorbell rang. A bright, crisp chime that felt way too loud in the quiet apartments. I opened the door expecting a neighbor, maybe someone asking if I had jumper cables or if I had seen their cat. Instead, there was a neatly folded brown DoorDash bag sitting right on my welcome mat. The logo gleamed under my porch light, the receipt stapled to the top fluttering slightly in the breeze. My name was printed clean, bold, and unmistakable. Order for Gabriel. The weird thing, I hadn't ordered a damn thing. I scanned the parking lot expecting to see a driver still walking back to their car, but the street was empty, not a single engine running, not a single set of footsteps. Just my lonely unit at the far end of the building and a glowing porch light buzzing overhead. At first, I thought it was a mistake. A neighbor with the same name, maybe a glitch in the app. It wasn't impossible, so I shrugged, grabbed the bag, and took it inside. Inside was a container of chicken lo mein from a Chinese place I liked but I hadn't ordered in months. No silverware, just the food, still warm. I sat it on the counter, my stomach growled. Against my better judgment, I ate it. Looking back, I wish I hadn't. The next day was ordinary. Work, home, shower. Mindless scrolling on my phone until I fell asleep. But around 8:45 p.m., the doorbell rang again. Same crisp chime, same surprising loudness, and again, another DoorDash bag. This one from a different restaurant. Same name on the receipt, same situation. No delivery driver in sight, but this time, something new stood out. Written under my printed name in neat blue pen were two words: "Enjoy, Gabriel." I hadn't ordered it. I hadn't touched my phone in hours. I checked the app to confirm. No orders placed, and yet, there the bag sat. My stomach tightened. A mistake could happen once. Twice, that felt intentional. I didn't eat it. I threw it straight into the garbage. On the third night, the doorbell rang exactly at 8:45 p.m. Not 8:44, not 8:46. Exactly the same minute as the previous night. This time, the food was from a burger place I'd been to just once. Receipt, order for Gabriel, and scribbled in pen, "Why didn't you eat last night?" I felt my chest tighten. This wasn't cute. This wasn't a glitch. Someone was deliberately sending food to my door, and someone knew whether I had eaten it or not. I checked both sides of the street from the window. Nothing, not a car, not a person, not even a shadow. Just my porch. The bag sitting innocent and harmless. I backed away from the blinds and locked the doors. Then locked the chain. Then, for the first time since I moved in, locked the deadbolt at the bottom that never quite latched right. I didn't even sleep that night. Every creak in the walls felt like a footstep. Every passing car sounded like someone pulling up outside. Every shadow felt like a person standing in the hallway. By night 4, I was paranoid, enough to leave the porch light off and sit entirely on my couch, waiting. 8:40 p.m., my heart rate was already climbing. 8:42, sweat slicked my palms. 8:44, a cold wave rolled across my skin. 8:45, footsteps, slow, deliberate, crunching across the gravel path that led to my front door. I didn't dare move. My lungs felt too tight to breathe. Through the peephole, I saw nothing, but I heard them. Someone was standing just inches from the door, not knocking, not speaking, just standing there, listening, and then another sound. A bag rustling, being placed deliberately on the ground. I leaned forward trying to see. A dark shape moved out of the very edge of the peephole's distorted view, tall, thin, wearing something long and dark. They didn't walk down the steps. They didn't retreat to a car. They simply turned and slipped into the darkness of the complex, swallowed by it, as if they'd been waiting for the exact moment for years. I waited 10 minutes before opening the door. Inside the bag was soup, not warm, cold like it had been sitting somewhere for hours. The note inside was written in the same tight handwriting. "Eat this, I made it." I gagged and tossed the entire thing into the dumpster outside. I should have called the police then. I know that now, but I didn't yet understand what was happening. not fully, not until night 5. I didn't wait on the couch, I didn't sit near the door, I didn't even pretend to relax. Instead, I turned off every light in the apartment, moved a chair into my bedroom, and stared out the window with the phone ready to dial 911. At 8:45, not a doorbell, not a footstep, a thud, a heavy one, like someone dropped something against my door. I crept to the living room, looked through the peephole, nothing. But on the ground, a big DoorDash bag, larger than any I'd seen before. My stomach twisted, every instinct screamed to leave it alone. But I made myself open the door, grab the bag, and pull it inside without looking around. I deadbolted the lock, and I set the bag on the kitchen table. It was heavier than food, way heavier. Inside was a single object, a spiral-bound notebook, old and soft like it had been handled hundreds of times. The first page had only one sentence: "Stop ignoring me, I know you're inside." I slammed the notebook shut, stumbling backwards. My breath stuck in my throat. My phone buzzed. I froze. Unknown number. One new text, 8:45. "Why didn't you answer the door?" I backed away from the window, shaking so violently I almost dropped the phone. Then another message: "I can see you. Don't move." I killed every light in the apartment, crawled to the bathroom, locked myself inside, called 911. The operator talked to me while the officers were dispatched, but I couldn't do anything but listen to my own heartbeat thrashing in my ears. When police finally arrived, they swept the area. They found footprints, not shoe prints, bare feet, leading to the driveway to my porch, then back into the tree line behind the complex. They found no driver records for the supposed DoorDash deliveries, no orders in the system, no deliveries logged, no drivers to shift near my address at any point. Whoever brought the food had never placed an order. They had made the deliveries themselves. The notebook was taken for evidence, but the officers let me read one more page before they bagged it. Page 2. "You didn't open the door on the first night, so I tried again. You didn't thank me on the second night, so I wrote you a note. You didn't respond on the third night, so I watched you. You didn't look at me on the fourth night, so I came closer. You didn't open the door tonight, so next time I'll let myself in." There was no signature, just a date: tomorrow. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. Police patrolled the area for days, but the bare footprints led into the woods and vanished into wet leaves and mud. They suspected an obsessed neighbor, a stalker, or someone who had been watching me long before the first delivery. I moved out within a week. I didn't take chances, didn't wait for tomorrow. But sometimes, when I'm walking to my car or taking the trash out at night, I swear I hear footsteps. Slow, deliberate, crushing leaves or gravel behind me. And every time the doorbell rings, even if it's in the middle of the day, even if I'm expecting a package, I feel a chill in my bones. Because I keep thinking, one of these days, I'll open the door and he'll be standing there holding a DoorDash bag, smiling.